In case you guys weren't paying attention, every single crypto dropped about 40 to 50%. And all the big exchanges actually halted trading at the bottom so that you couldn't really, it didn't trigger stop losses, it didn't trigger your actual sells. And after everything actually dropped at the bottom, nobody could actually sell. And in a bunch of these, like, well, I would say more on the offshore exchanges. I didn't really think that happened on like Coinbase or Robinhood or any of the other, or like Kraken, any of the other like quote unquote US regulated exchanges, right? This is crypto. It's still pretty much regulated. It's still the West, what is it called? The Wild West, right? It's not as regulated as stocks. And this is 100%, right? This is, I wouldn't say it's the people's fault because the people don't really know, but again, it is kind of your fault because you don't really know, right? So yeah, that sucks. Bunch of people got liquidated. I basically said that we're at a topping zone of crypto and Bitcoin maybe about like 2 weeks ago. And I'm like, this whole zone, like, no, last week, sorry, last week. I said this whole zone is a topping zone. This whole zone is like a top heavy. So we can keep pushing up potentially to like 130K, 128K Bitcoin. But I do think this whole zone is a topping zone. And guess what happened? Somebody fucking sold, and then China fucking sold. Trump announced the whole tariff thing. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that we dropped a fuck ton, right? I am surprised that it dropped on news, and that might be the trigger of the actual market, like the start of the Bitcoin crash, right? But again, I don't know yet, right? I need for my 2 month trigger to close. But yeah, that's kind of it. Crypto crashed, kind of nutty.